Conveners, Kenneth Matiba, Charles Robia, and yours truly, Raila Odinga. It was what gave birth to a bigger and powerful forum for the restoration of democracy, FORD. FORD had a known nationally inclusive leadership. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Philip Gachagua, Ahmed Bamariz, Salim Damwe, Asinde Muliro, George Ndenge, Kenneth Matiba, Charles Robia, among others. Saba was inclusive, democratic, and intergenerational. The old, the young people in and out of the government, professionals, academics, trade unionists, civil society, women groups, and religious groups. All of them found their voice in what it stood for, a people's struggle for good governance, freedom, and equal opportunity for all. It was not one group against the entire nation. It was not a community against that community, or of this age against that age. The movement stood for a peaceful and constitutional change of guard. That is the reason it focused singularly on amendment and later on the overhaul of the Constitution. These features are what made Saba succeed. A year after the march, on December 2nd, 1991, President Moi capitulated. Section 2A of the Constitution was removed. Multipartyism was reinstated. We achieved our core aim, which was to return Kenya to multipartyism. Today, we have more parties than one could imagine then. That single amendment paved the way for the complete overhaul of the Constitution and the birth in 2010 of a new Constitution that came with provisions for fundamental freedoms and liberties that our citizens enjoy today. It is clear that many of the ideals espoused by the dreamers behind Saba have become part of the national aspiration. We are a better nation because Saba happened. We have a duty and a responsibility to honor the men and women who dared to dream and to turn out at a time of great peril to themselves and their families. 35 years later, the country is grappling with a new wave of unrest and political activism. The question we have to ask ourselves is, where do we go from here? Do we embrace chaos or a coming together of minds and country? As a living architect of the events leading to the Saba, I choose a coming together of minds and country in the interest of the country. I long fought for its progress, stability, and prosperity. The most important struggle taking shape in our country today is the struggle for good governance, economic opportunity, and equality. The biggest challenge facing Kenya today and into the foreseeable future is how to expand economic opportunity and lift particularly young Kenyans out of poverty, exclusion, and unemployment. Kenyans are yearning for programs and leaders that prioritize economic inclusivity, social justice, and political freedom. There is no doubt that the country is yearning for legislation that makes our institutions more responsive, programs that ensure adequate funding for services that touch wananchi, changes that make our judiciary free, efficient and progressive, measures that make the executive more accountable and efficient. We must end impunity and corruption within our three arms of government. Our leaders must become modest, ethical, humble, and accountable. What is to be done? What is to be done? I propose an inclusive, intergenerational, national conclave to hear our people across all divides and come up with irreducible reforms and changes necessary to take the country forward. I propose that the country urgently returns to the agenda of comprehensive police reforms, focusing on enhancing accountability, transparency, and improving the police-to-people relationship. Your rogue police force that shoots people with impunity. And this is a force that we inherited from the colonialists. It has not been reformed to become a people's defender, a people's servant. I propose that the conclave I envisage comes up with better and sustainable ways for addressing transparency, accountability, and impunity, especially with regard to corruption, and ensuring that leaders are held accountable for their actions. I propose that the forum comes up with a comprehensive and sustainable strategy for addressing youth unemployment and expansion of opportunities for youth in the formal and informal sectors. Such a national conclave must have clear terms of reference and be populated and helmed by the most serious and sober minds in our nation. The proceeds of the national dialogue be subjected to a referendum. I rest my case. Thank you. Long live Kenya.
Do you have any questions or just maybe one or two? Say your name and the video.
My name is Duncan. I work at the Pólice. You have touched on issues of urgently looking at police reforms because they have gone back to the old days. Now, what do you say of the interior CS issue shoot to kill order about 2 weeks ago, a day after the June 25th protests? And secondly, you have said that where do we go from here? You have a close arrangement or working formula with the current president. What have you advised him? Because the country appears to be teetering towards its on the brink of precipice, so to speak. So what have you said? What have you advised the president? Because it appears the country is being turned into a police state, or what you can say it is teetering towards a failed state.
I've talked for a long time about police reforms. Not just this time, not with regard to this regime. In the regime before it, even one before that other regime. I've said that, we inherited a colonial police force. And as you know, the colonial system, colonialism, was meant to rule the natives. It was not a people-friendly government. So what should have happened was to democratize this police force, reform it so that it becomes a service, not a force. It is not enough to just change the words. That is from a force to a service. You must take measures to ensure that it's really a service, not a force. And this has not happened in our country. I've given examples of where it has happened. For example, in Tanzania. And you see a police force which are people friendly and also not trigger happy. About the minister you're talking about, I said it was totally out of order. And he apologized to me. and he apologized to me and to the people. And he said the day before yesterday that police should handle people with care. So, yeah. Okay.
Just one.
No,
Just to say.
let's end there.
Okay.
No, just...
Oh, okay, thank you. I just wanted to know and find out. My name is Lali from Citizen TV. Your proposals, as you've put them, are there also the thoughts being shared by the president towards this, and what happens if this particular proposal is not taken into account?
I've addressed the nation, and the president is part of the nation. And ask him, it applies to him as much as it applies to the other people. So I'm not partisan in any way. This is a proposal that is coming to me and from my party also, the ODM. This is our stand as a party. Okay. Thank you.
Wezekana kujenga nchi yetu kupitia vita na vurugu na kuhatarisha amani na umoja na usalama wa kitaifa. I plead with you, fellow countrymen, we cannot build this country through chaos, through incitement and through violence. We must learn to resolve our national problems through consultations, discussions, and through peaceful means. Na wale wananchi ambao wako na maoni tofauti, wako na uhuru wa kutoa maoni tofauti, bora wafanye hivyo kwa njia ya amani. Mwananchi ambaye anatofautiana na serikali, ako na uhuru ya kikatiba kutofautiana na serikali, bora afanye hivyo kwa njia ya amani. Mimi najua mnakubaliana na mimi wenzangu, hakuna kitu cha dhamana katika taifa kuliko usalama na amani. There is nothing more precious than peace and stability. Kwa hivyo wale wenzetu ambao wanapanga vita na vurugu, wajue ya kwamba hiyo sio njia ya kujenga taifa, hiyo ndio njia ya kubomoa taifa letu la Kenya. Kwa hivyo mimi nimeshukuru vile tumefika hapa. Wacha tu nitambue Francis Mogo alikuwa amesimama. Sasa ni chairman, ako kwa parastato moja hapo amepewa kazi. Wapi makofi ya Francis Mugo? Nafikiri ako kwa Scrap Metal Council. No problem. Wapi makofi wa Francis Mugo? Huyo ni member, ni chair wa ile Scrap Metal Council of Kenya ambaye amepewa na rais. Na vile vile nimtambue Kenothia ambaye the immediate chairperson wa National Police Service Commission. Wapi nduru ya chairman Kenothia jameni? Kwa sababu ya masaa pia nitambue MCAs ambao wako hapa, na ule MCA wa area hii peke yake ndiye atasema jambo. Kama kuna MCA wengine utawa introduce majina alafu tufunge mkutano. Wendy MCA wa hapa. Do you have your colleagues? Yes. So you just say the names of your colleagues, wakae hapa useme majina, wewe ufunge mkutano.
Thank you sir.
All that in 2 minutes.
Okay. Kina mama hai. Kina baba je? Bila kupoteza wakati nataka kumtambua Mheshimiwa Makamu wa Rais, Mheshimiwa Kindiki, magavana waliokuwa hapa, Mheshimiwa Mudhama. Kabla sijaongea nataka kumtambua ndugu yangu nominated MCA Ahmed Omar.
Hebu salimie kidogo. This hour please because of time.
Okay, sawa.
Please.
Thank you.
Salamiana.
Bila kupoteza wakati nataka kwanza kumtambua Makamu wa Rais. Wakati alipokuwa waziri tunampongeza, alipokuwa katika waziri wa usalama alituweza kuamrisha ama kuweza kuzingiti katika usalama. Pia tunakupatia hongera Makamu wa Rais kwa kazi yako mzuri. Makamu wa Rais, niko na kilio, tafadhali uweze kusikiliza jamii ya wataalamu. tuna wazee wetu ama kuna jamii walioko katika hapa Kililana. Leo hii wanaanza kufukuzwa na hatujui watu ni kina nani. Makamu rais, tungeomba chikilio tujue hao watu ni kina nani, kwa nini hao watu wanatolewa na kiwa watu miaka karibu 30. So tunaomba ikiwa
wanatolewa wapi?
Kililana.
Kililana?
Yes.
Wanafukuzwa kwa shamba ama?
Wanatolewa kwa shamba. Mheshimiwa Rais, tutakukujua kwanza. Mheshimiwa Rais, tunajua mpendwa Rais William Samoei Ruto ni mtu wa kutenda na kufanyaje?
Kusema na kutenda.
Kusema na kutenda. Tumesikia watu walipatiwa compensation za watu wa wavuvi, na hawa watu wetu, tafadhali Mheshimiwa Rais, chikilio ikiwa ni serikali ama ni mabwanyenye, tunaomba hao watu walio kwa Kililana wapae compensation tafadhali.
Sawa sawa. Asante.
Bila kupoteza wakati, ya mwisho kabisa, tumeona watu mayuthi hapa wengi hawana ajira. Tafadhali, tumesikia kwamba hamko mbali kufungua poti, tungeomba hizo nafasi. Watoto wetu wapate hizo nafasi kama hizo. Na mimi kama MCA tunasema katiti ni na mimi je, siwezi kusindikiza 10,000? Basi 20,000. Asanteni sana.
Mungu akubariki. Bas. Sasa ndugu yetu Waziri Hassan Joho ni kama ametumana. Ni kama amefanya nini? Mnajua Hassan Joho nyinyi? Waziri wa uvuvi, waziri wa madini. Ni noma si noma? Anatosha atoshi? Wacha nione salamu ya Hassan Joho, Hassan Joho, Hassan Joho, Hassan Joho, Hassan Joho. Joho ameambia kikao hiki.
Your Excellency, yule ndugu yangu, lakini angelikuwa yeye hapa aniambia nimgize vile atasema.
Yes.
Angelikuwa yuko hapa asema kama noma.
Sawa, hata hiyo.
Kama mbaya. Na wakileta noma hapa ndio headquarter yenyewe ya noma. Asema hivyo sio? Kisha akaniambia niwaage. Lakini kabla sije mkampiga mawe tu. Amenipa na 500,000.
500,000. Thank you. Wacha nione salamu ya Joho, Hassan Joho. Thank you. Ariana hapo kwa kitabu. Asanteni sana. Basi mimi naomba tumalize mkutano na wimbo wa taifa. Asanteni sana.